An understanding of airline alliances is the key to being able to get the maximum amount of value from the points that you earn in any ecosystem. First off, let's answer the question of what is an airline alliance? An airline alliance is essentially an agreement between multiple airlines to share resources that allows passengers to book seamless multi-airline flights, as well as redeem miles from one airline for flights through another airline. In today's video, we're going to be going over each airline alliance and how you can utilize multiple transferable currencies to book through one airline you may have access to an airline you don't have access to. Specifically when it comes to booking domestic flights through international carriers. Before we get into that, if you would, please like and subscribe if you do enjoy the content here on this channel. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm, and thank you very much in advance. With that being said, let's get right into the video. So there are three main airline alliances, those being SkyTeam, oneworld, and Star Alliance. We'll start with SkyTeam, which has airlines like Delta, Virgin Atlantic, KLM, Air France, and Aeromexico. The most common way to use this airline alliance is by using Virgin Atlantic points, given they are partnered with virtually every bank that has a transferable currency to book Delta flights. For example, say you have Capital One points and you want to book a domestic flight with Delta. Because Capital One points don't transfer directly to Delta, your only option is to book through Virgin Atlantic's website and use Virgin Atlantic points to make that Delta booking. I found a real life example here. It's a main cabin seat booking from Atlanta Hartsfield-Jackson Airport to JFK in New York. It's on February 14th of this coming year, 2026. And for one person, one way, it cost only 11,000 Virgin Atlantic points. And given that Virgin Atlantic is transferable with pretty much every bank that has a transferable currency, like I said before, and also a lot of banks often do transfer bonuses with Virgin Atlantic, getting a lot of points with Virgin is not very difficult at all. And the ability to book Delta flights through Virgin is a very powerful trick to know. Next up is oneworld. This alliance is a little bit bigger than SkyTeam. It has 9 members, those being Japan Airlines, Alaskan Airlines, Qantas, Qatar, Finnair, Cathay Pacific, Iberian, British Airways, and American Airlines. And they do use a uniformed currency called Avios. The most common way to get value from this alliance is booking American Airlines flights either through British Airways or Qatar Airways. Let's use Capital One or Wells Fargo, for example. Let's say you have Capital One miles to spend and want to book a domestic flight with American Airlines. Since Capital One miles obviously don't transfer directly to American Airlines, you have to go through British Airways or Qatar Airways websites to actually be able to book these flights with American Airlines that we want. For example, I found this flight from Atlanta to JFK in economy on the 11th of February, this coming year, 2026, booking through British Airways and flying on American Airlines. The total amount of Avios needed for this flight is 31,500 Avios, which is a little steep. However, I also found this flight from Atlanta to LAX, flying in economy on the same day, booking through Qatar Airways and flying on American Airlines. This points total ended up only being 14,500 points. So your mileage definitely does vary depending on who you are trying to fly with or where you're trying to go, and also who you're booking through. So be sure to weigh your options and do your research. The final alliance that we are going to be talking about today is Star Alliance. This is another larger alliance with the same number of members as oneworld, those being United Airlines, Air Canada, ANA, Avianca, Singapore Airlines, EVA Air, Thai Airways, Air Portugal, and Turkish Airlines. One of the most common ways to use Star Alliance is to book United Airlines flights through Air Canada. We again can use the Capital One miles example, or American Express points for that fact. If you wanted to book a United Airlines flight specifically because either you only have Capital One miles or you have American Express points and don't want to use them to book Delta flights, you don't have a direct way to transfer to United. Therefore, we can utilize Air Canada's website to book United flights using Air Canada miles. I found this example of an economy seat on the 11th of February from Atlanta to LAX, booking through Air Canada and flying United. This is an economy seat totaling 15,000 Air Canada miles, which if you compare to other points totals that we've seen today is very competitive. As you can see, the idea of being limited by the transfer partners that your bank has is sort of untrue. With the knowledge of airline alliances, any points currency can become way more powerful. Whether you have Wells Fargo points, Capital One miles, or really any points currency at all, it's pretty easy to get the flights that you want on the airlines that you want with just a little bit of research and knowing who is in alliance with who. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like and subscribe for more. Let me know what you guys think about airline alliances in the comments below. And let me know if you guys have had any experiences using these airline alliances as well. Again, thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye.